Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy you're here. If you love emotional family dramas filled with shocking twists, heartfelt moments, and unforgettable endings, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Now, grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's incredible story. The departure hall of the international airport buzzed with the usual mix of hurried footsteps, rolling suitcases, and boarding announcements when 28-year-old Sophia Carter stood near gate 14, clutching a paper coffee cup and nervously checking the arrival board. She had come only because her older sister, Emily Carter, had begged her to meet before her business trip. Sophia had always been the dependable one, the woman everyone called whenever life became difficult. Emily, on the other hand, lived as though consequences belonged to someone else. Stylish, charming, and endlessly impulsive, Emily somehow convinced people to clean up every mess she created. Even so, Sophia never imagined the favor her sister was about to ask. A few minutes later, Emily hurried toward her, pulling two tiny pink suitcases while identical 6-year-old twin girls skipped behind her. Lily and Rose smiled brightly the moment they saw their aunt and rushed into her arms, laughing with excitement. Sophia hugged them tightly, surprised but happy to see them. "I thought you were traveling alone," she said with a confused smile. Emily forced a laugh, avoiding eye contact as she adjusted the strap of her expensive handbag. "Plans changed," she replied quickly. "Can you watch the girls for just a little while? I have to fix something with my ticket." Sophia looked uncertain but nodded. "Of course. I'll stay right here." Emily kissed both daughters on the forehead, whispered something that made them giggle, then disappeared toward the security checkpoint. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. Then 40. Sophia checked her phone several times, but every call went directly to voicemail. A text message finally appeared, and as Sophia opened it, her heartbeat slowed to a painful stop. "I'm sorry, sophomore. I couldn't do this anymore. I boarded my flight to the Caribbean. The twins need stability, and you're the only one who can give it to them. You should be taking care of them anyway. Don't try to find me." Sophia read the words over and over, unable to believe them. Her hands trembled so badly that the phone nearly slipped onto the polished airport floor. She stared toward the boarding gate where her sister had vanished, hoping Emily would suddenly return laughing and admit it was a terrible joke. But the final boarding announcement echoed through the terminal, followed by silence. Emily was gone. Completely gone. Lily tugged gently on Sophia's sleeve. "Aunt Sophia," she asked softly, "when is Mommy coming back?" Rose held her stuffed rabbit tightly and looked toward the windows, searching for her mother among the airplanes. Sophia felt tears sting her eyes, but she swallowed them before the girls could notice. She knelt beside them and wrapped both children in a comforting embrace. "We'll figure everything out together," she whispered, even though she had absolutely no idea what to do next. Airport security helped her contact the local authorities, who confirmed Emily had legally boarded an international flight less than an hour earlier. Because Sophia was the twins' closest immediate family member, Child Protective Services allowed the girls to remain with her temporarily while an investigation began. Driving home that evening, Sophia listened to the twins chatting innocently about beaches, seashells, and how their mother had promised they would all take a vacation someday. Neither child understood that the vacation had happened without them. When they arrived at Sophia's small apartment, Lily quietly asked where they would sleep. Sophia looked around her tiny home, realizing nothing had prepared her for becoming a parent overnight. She spread blankets across the living room, ordered pizza, and spent the evening reading fairy tales until both girls drifted to sleep holding each other's hands. Long after midnight, Sophia remained awake, staring at Emily's message. Anger, heartbreak, confusion, and fear battled inside her, but one thing slowly became clear. Whatever happened next, she would never let Lily and Rose believe they had been abandoned because they weren't loved. She gently covered them with another blanket, kissed each girl's forehead, and silently promised that somehow, no matter how difficult life became, she would protect them from the pain their own mother had left behind. The next morning, Sophia woke before sunrise to the unfamiliar sound of two little voices whispering in the living room. For a brief moment she forgot everything that had happened the previous day, but reality rushed back the instant she saw Lily and Rose curled together beneath the blankets. The twins smiled when they noticed she was awake, though their smiles carried a sadness no child should ever have to hide. "Good morning, Aunt Sophia," Lily said politely, while Rose quietly asked if their mother had called during the night. Sophia forced a gentle smile and shook her head. "Not yet," she answered, refusing to destroy the last pieces of hope they still carried. She prepared pancakes for breakfast, and although the girls thanked her with perfect manners, she noticed them glancing toward the front door every few minutes, expecting Emily to suddenly walk in with an apology. Instead, Sophia's phone rang repeatedly. The first call came from Child Protective Services requesting another interview. The second came from the airport authorities confirming Emily had landed safely in the Caribbean but had refused to answer questions about abandoning her children. The third call came from Emily herself. Sophia answered immediately, relief turning into fury the instant she heard her sister's cheerful voice over the sound of ocean waves. Emily acted as though nothing unusual had happened. She casually explained that she had needed a break and insisted the twins would be happier living with Sophia because she was more responsible. Sophia could barely believe what she was hearing. She demanded that Emily return immediately, reminding her that Lily and Rose were frightened and asking for their mother every hour. Emily laughed softly and replied that children adjusted quickly before ending the call without another word. Sophia stared at the silent phone in disbelief, realizing her sister had truly chosen freedom over her own daughters. Later that afternoon, social workers visited the apartment. They carefully inspected the home, spoke gently with the twins, and asked Sophia whether she would be willing to become their temporary guardian while legal proceedings continued. Although fear twisted inside her, Sophia looked at Lily and Rose sitting nervously on the sofa holding hands. She knew there was only one answer. "Yes," she said firmly. "They'll stay with me for as long as they need." The twins immediately hugged her, and for the first time since the airport, Sophia felt something stronger than panic. She felt responsibility. The following days were overwhelming. Sophia transformed her tiny guest room into a cheerful bedroom by painting the walls light pink, assembling bunk beds, and decorating them with fairy lights and colorful butterflies. She bought school supplies, clothes, and storybooks while quietly calculating how much of her savings disappeared with every purchase. Her evenings became filled with homework, bedtime stories, warm milk, and comforting hugs whenever the girls cried themselves to sleep missing their mother. One evening, while helping Rose unpack her small pink suitcase, Sophia discovered a sealed envelope hidden beneath folded clothes. Across the front, in Emily's handwriting, were the words, "Open if you decide to keep them." With trembling hands, Sophia unfolded the letter. Inside was a heartbreaking confession. Emily admitted she had accumulated enormous gambling debts and owed dangerous people more money than she could ever repay. She believed leaving the country was her only chance to survive. She wrote that the twins would never be safe with her and claimed abandoning them was actually protecting them. Sophia felt tears fill her eyes, but sympathy quickly turned into anger. Whatever Emily's problems were, walking away from her children had never been the answer. Just as Sophia finished reading, someone knocked loudly on the apartment door. Through the peephole stood a well-dressed woman wearing an expensive black suit. "I'm Victoria Monroe, the Carter family attorney," she introduced herself calmly. "I've been searching for you. There are important matters regarding Emily and the girls that you need to hear immediately." Sophia's heart pounded as she invited the stranger inside, unaware that the truth about her sister's disappearance was even darker than the letter had revealed, and that Lily and Rose's future was about to change forever. Sophia invited Victoria Monroe inside, her mind racing with questions she never imagined asking. The elegant attorney placed a leather briefcase on the dining table and looked sympathetically at Lily and Rose, who were quietly coloring in the living room. Once the girls were occupied, Victoria explained that she had represented the Carter family for several years and had been trying unsuccessfully to reach Emily before she fled the country. She carefully opened a folder filled with legal documents and revealed that Emily's gambling debts were far greater than anyone had realized. She owed hundreds of thousands of dollars to dangerous lenders who had begun threatening not only her but anyone connected to her. Emily believed that disappearing to the Caribbean